Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Speaking of making up things, let's delve into the art of starting conversations. Picture this. You're at a party, you see a group of people huddled in a corner and you want to join in. But here's the catch. You need to break the ice first. How? Well, an icebreaker is your best friend here. It's like the appetizer before the main course, setting the tone for what's to come. A good icebreaker doesn't have to be as complicated as a Rubik's Cube or as fancy as a peacock's tail. It can be as simple as, do you believe in aliens? Or as quirky as, if you were a vegetable, what would you be? The trick lies in delivering it with confidence and a dash of humor. Remember, a good conversation starter is like a good joke. It's all about the delivery. Ever been stuck in a conversation that feels like an interrogation? Yeah, me too. So how can we avoid that? Well, my friends, the answer lies in the magical realm of open-ended questions. These are not your average run-of-the-mill yes or no questions. Oh no, these are the kind of questions that open up a whole new world of conversation possibilities. They're like the key to a secret garden, or the magic beans in Jack and the Beanstalk. You plant one and whoosh, up sprouts a beanstalk of conversation. Let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of an open-ended question. You know, the kind that starts with how, why, or what. These are the superheroes of the conversation world, swooping in to save us from those awkward silences. Picture this. You're at a party. You've just met someone new. You could ask, do you like this party? To which they could reply with a simple yes or no. Or you could ask, what do you think of this party? And suddenly, you've got a conversation on your hands. They could tell you about the food, the music, the people. Who knows? You might even stumble upon a shared interest or a mutual friend. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what if I ask an open-ended question and they still give me a one-word answer? Well, that's when you pull out the big guns. Ask them why or how. Trust me, there's always a way to keep the conversation going. And remember, an open-ended question is not just about getting the other person to talk. It's about showing genuine interest in what they have to say. It's about building a connection, a rapport. It's like saying, hey, I value your opinion, I want to know more about you. So next time you want to avoid that awkward silence, remember to ask open-ended questions. They're your conversation lifeline. After all, we're not just here to talk, we're here to connect. And as the old saying goes, the mouth should have 3 gatekeepers. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? And let's not forget, even in the world of slow and steady, turtles get there too. Oh, what did the left ear say to the right ear? Between us, we can make a lot of sense. Now let's talk about the importance of listening in a conversation. You see, we all love the sound of our own voices. It's like a symphony to our ears. But what separates the great conversationalists from the mere mortals is the art of active listening. Not just hearing, but really tuning in, like you're trying to decipher the hidden message in your favorite song played backwards. Active listening, my friends, is the secret sauce to great conversations. It's like being a detective, but instead of solving crimes, you're deciphering the subtle nuances and hidden meanings in people's words. You're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're fully engaged, hanging on to every word like a cliffhanger episode of your favorite TV show. Now imagine you're at a party, and someone's telling a story about their skydiving experience. You could just nod along, thinking about that hilarious cat video you saw earlier. Or you could actively listen. Ask them how it felt when they first jumped out of the plane. Or if they do it again, show genuine interest and they'll feel like they're the star of the show. And remember, active listening isn't just about what's being said, but also what's not being said. It's about picking up on those non-verbal cues like tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. It's like reading between the lines, but with people. So if someone's telling you about their amazing vacation and their voice is as flat as a pancake, chances are they didn't have such a great time. So the next time you're in a conversation, don't just listen with your ears, listen with your whole being. Show empathy, validate their feelings, and give feedback. Let your conversation partner know that you're not just hearing them, but you're truly understanding them. So, remember folks, being a good listener isn't just about keeping your mouth shut, but about understanding what's being said, or as the ears would say, making sense. So we've had some laughs, and hopefully we've learned a thing or two about starting and maintaining conversations. Remember when we dived into the art of breaking the ice? You know, when we realized that "do you come here often" is as outdated as a flip phone. And let's not forget the power of open-ended questions, our secret weapon to keep a conversation flowing easier than a hot knife through butter. Then we tuned into the fine art of active listening, because as it turns out, people like it when you actually pay attention to what they're saying. Who knew, right? To sum it all up, conversation is a beautiful dance of breaking the ice, asking open-ended questions, and actively listening. It's not rocket science, it's people science. And as we wrap up, remember the wise words of the tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race. Or in our case, a good conversation. Turtles get there too. Be sure to check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe. Now that we've mastered the art of conversation, let's put it to good use. Let's turn our comment section into a buzzing hub of chatter and banter. You've heard our tips and tricks, now it's your turn to take the stage. Share your own conversational wizardry, your fails, your wins, everything. Have you ever started a conversation with a joke about a chicken crossing a road or a three-legged dog walking into a bar? Did it crash and burn, or did it ignite the room? We want to hear all about it. This isn't a one-way street, folks. We're all about the back and forth, the give and take, the to and fro. Let's make our community a lively one, full of anecdotes, laughter, and perhaps the occasional cringe-worthy moment. So get out there, start some conversations, and remember to have some fun with it. And don't forget, turtles get there too.